No matter how we twist and turn this, it's an incredibly irresponsible game of chicken that we will not win.
I'm telling you, these countries are calling us up, kissing my ass. They are dying to make a deal. Please, please, sir, make a deal. I'll do anything. I'll do anything, sir. And I really think we're helped a lot by the tariff situation that's going on, which is a good situation, not a bad. It's great. It's going to be legendary. You watch. Legendary in a positive way, I have to say. That's why additional tariffs on Chinese goods are in place effective midnight tonight at 104%. Until they make a deal with us, that's what it's going to be. I think they'll make a deal at some point. China will. They want to make a deal. They really do. They want to make a deal. They just don't know how to get it started because they're proud people. China will now pay a big number to our treasury. This is all taxes.
This is so multi-layered, it's crazy, but let's try to break it down anyway. In the United States, we have 33 plus million small businesses. It's the backbone of the United States, employing most of the American workforce. Now, if you're financially strong enough that you can actually bail out your imports with the imposed upon tariff up to 104% for anything that comes out of China, then you can sell your goods to the American consumer. Now, of course, you have a demand to make your money back. Otherwise, you wouldn't stay in business, which means the 104% tariff that you are being charged upon import is now going to have to be rolled over to the American consumer. The American consumer, who's already living 50%, give or take, paycheck to paycheck and can't afford much of anything to begin with, is now being asked to pay more for anything that is imported into the United States, basically meaning new goods. Now, from there, the problem is that as new goods increase in price, used wares are going to increase as well, because we're never shy to make a dollar, which means those who are selling used items on eBay, Poshmark, and wherever in between are going to increase their prices because now they can, because the gap between used and new would otherwise be too big. So they're trying to close that gap by just increasing their prices, which means, once again, if you want to buy something used, you're also going to have to pay more. Now, the logical consequence of this is that many small businesses are going to go out of business, increasing the unemployment rate, meaning that those who are unemployed are going to hopefully find a new job, but until they find a new job, they have to rely on unemployment insurance in case they actually qualify for it, which is going to increase the strain on our social safety net. So there is a cascade of effects, not even considering the absence of health insurance and the inability to pay for anything once you're unemployed, which also, of course, is going to be reflected in homelessness because you can't afford the apartment or the house in which you live. So foreclosure rates are going to go up and evictions are likely going to follow. So there's an entire cascade that follows the irrationality of this trade war that we cannot win. Now, in the best case scenario, he's going to get away with it and countries are going to basically take the knee. In the worst case scenario, they are going to build an alliance outside of the United States, isolating us from the world trade market. And we are by far and large not prepared to produce anything in this country at scale that we can support this country. This comes in conjunction with running foreign labor out of the country. There is no way of winning this. And the idea that, oh, you're gonna just take the medicine, I think is what he said, and Elon posted on the Nazi network at some point that, well, there will be short-term pain before the United States returns to glory. That's not short-term, that's long-term. And even if the pain was only short-term, none of us can sustain even short-term pains. Long-term pains are completely out of the question, because anything that impacts you, from your 401k contributions that you can no longer make, has a compounding effect down the road. In other words, if you can't make it, well, you're going to have to work a couple of years longer. But that's perfectly fine for them. Those tariffs are an irrational game of insanity. It's a game of chicken that we will likely not win. And if we do, unfortunately, he doesn't deserve that win. He's putting Americans at risk. He's sacrificing democracy. And we are still standing by.